And welcome back.
So, would it be wrong or inappropriate if I rubbed cream cheese on my nipples?
Rub cream cheese all over whatever party you want. I'm not looking it up. Unless, if you ask me nicely, though, maybe I'll reconsider.
I have a little twinkle in my eye.
You know who else has got a twinkle in his eye?
Who?
Dr. Light. Ow, fuck me! Okay, back to the start screen. Let's get this game started. So, little backstory. We are going to do the entire Mega Man X series, starting with this one, but we just found out that the Mega Man X collection for PS2, we have a difficulty recording that, so we're going to play it by ear. Starting with this one, of course, since I actually own the cartridge, but I don't own the cartridge for 2 and 3.
What also sucks is I brought the original Mega Man collection for Xbox.
Ow! 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 Fuck!
Yeah. And your Xbox has a problem, so...
Yeah, my Xbox has a disc reading problem, which might be fixable, but who knows when we'll be able to fix that. So, we're still gonna try to do some Mega Man X games to pad out, but a little backstory. So, I should probably explain the story to this game, since they don't tell you up front. So this takes place in the future. There's humans and there's Reploids. Like, you ever see Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing, except there are robots like this bee here, which is a drone. Doesn't do anything except be a machine. But then there are Reploids, who are like mechanical humans, you could say. They have a conscience, they have a personality, they have emotions and shit. And they're all... The original Reploids were designed by Dr. Light. So now we're living in a world where Reploids and humans live together. But shortly before this started, there was this case where when a human goes out of control, they're called a criminal, and we usually punish them. But when a Reploid goes out of control, they're seen as a hazardous piece of machinery, and they're put down. Reploids don't get the same kind of fair trial as humans do. If a Reploid is caught shoplifting, they're executed, and they're called Mavericks. Out of control Reploids, you could say. So the Mavericks are put down by a group of Reploids called the Maverick Hunters. They specialize in hunting down and executing Maverick Reploids. And that's the group that X is in. Mega Man X. Not Mega Man. Mega Man X is part of the Maverick Hunters. But shortly before the start of the game, the leader of the Maverick Hunters, Sigma, decides Reploids are superior to humans, so you know what? Instead of hunting down Mavericks, why don't we just take over the world? So they staged an attack, killed a bunch of people, and all the members of the Maverick Hunters joined Sigma in his revolution, except for 2. The one we're playing as...
And Zero.
Spoiler alert. Okay, so we're playing one of the only 2 Maverick Hunters that are left. The rest of them have joined the Sigma squad, and they're going to take over the world. And this guy...
It's basically a 2-man army.
2-man army. But look at this guy. This guy's one of the former Maverick Hunters. We've just been facing drones up until now, but this guy... This is the only other Maverick Hunter we've seen so far. And shit, I can't do a fucking thing to him. Fuck! Well, that's scripted sequence, by the way. Spoiler alert, but yeah.
Zero's got you.
Worthless piece of scrap metal. Or should I do, Did you think you could defeat me?
Don't say Gallic Gun.
Gallic Gun, fire!
That's better.
So this guy's fucking awesome. Zero.
I like Zero more because it's like...
Zero was actually designed by Keiji Inafune.
Really?
Originally, when they made the first Mega Man game, Keiji Inafune designed Zero as the main character, but Zero couldn't be done with the graphical limitations of the Nintendo, so they ended up settling on a design that was made by someone else, X, his blue color scheme, because the Nintendo has a larger blue palette.
Huh.
Oh, did I just seriously skip all that dialogue? Whatever, I'll explain it.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mega Man X, the guy we're playing as, is not strong enough to take on the other Maverick Hunters just yet. So Zero's going to take on the strong ones, Mega Man X is going to take on the weaker ones, and starting with Chill Penguin.
Yeah, you know the order to which...
Yeah, I know, I know the order that requires the least bit of backtracking. There is an order that requires, like, you know, the least bit of skill.
Yeah.
but I'm a pro MLG at this game. I'm going to do the one that requires the least bit of backtracking.
Major League Rapist.
Anyway, so,
when do you get the dash attack? Or a dash wave?
you get it in the beginning of this level.
Nice. Because that is really handy.
Yeah, it's mandatory, actually. In this game, the dash is mandatory. That's why it's the only secret in this game. Or not really secret. It's the only secret that's not a secret. It is impossible to miss the dash power-up in this level, and you'll see why. But anyway, so the leader of the Maverick Hunters, Sigma, is now the leader of the Rebellion. And I think before this game started, they killed a whole bunch of humans. And that was a city that they just invaded back there. And we went and cleared house, but then the Maverick Hunter that was leading the army in the city was Vile, one of the former Maverick Hunters, who was also a Maverick Hunter that became a Maverick, which is why he was given so much authority. Oh, you know who that is?
Yeah, what's left of Dr. Light. Just his hologram.
Oh yeah, so this is an interesting thing that Mega Man X5 screwed up. Keiji Inafune didn't have anything in 5, but this is a projection. This is not actually Dr. Light we're talking to, it's a fucking projection.
This is like long after Dr. Light, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is long after the original Mega Man.
Yeah, it's I think it says it's supposed to take place more than 100 years after the first Mega Man ended. But
Mega Man himself, a lot of people think that that's Mega Man. It's not.
No,
it's not. Actually.
Mega Man X is a different prototype because Mega Man was not a Reploid.
Though I don't really know what happened to the original Mega Man because
it never ended. It was never intended to have a cohesive story.
Because, people thought he died, but at the same time, they made Mega Man 8 and 9 in 8-bit style recently.
Yeah. And the story for those games, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the story is for those games, but from what I gather, they're barely cohesive in the sense that people were thinking, would have come full circle if there was a 9, and if Mega Man 9 were to be made, it would connect to the story of Mega Man to Mega Man X. But according to Keiji Inafune, with the exception of Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, Mega Man, and the use of 21XX to explain the storyline, there really is no cohesion of the games at all. So whatever the canon is between them, no one knows what it is, and Keiji Inafune has never stated what it is.
And what happened to Proto Man?
Exactly, no one knows. Proto Man is never mentioned in the X games. The only one who's mentioned is Dr. Light. It is implied, they never straight up state like the existence of Dr. Wily, but it is implied that Dr. Wily was the one who designed Zero, and Zero is the one who killed Dr. Light. Oh, spoiler alert. Did I just... Whoops.
Is that something you learn in this game?
No.
Okay, then not a spoiler.
Should I cut that out for the audience? I just ruined it for you, didn't I?
I mean... It's not surprising.
No. Well, actually it is surprising when you find out.
Because I know that originally Zero wasn't meant to be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know that much, because Sigma was originally the leader of the Maverick Hunters. Sigma was originally the freaking goddamn hero cop that everyone looked up to. Oh, I can at least spoil that there was another one of the captains. When Sigma was a captain, there was another captain called Gamma, and Zero completely wiped out Gamma and his unit before Sigma's unit was sent out on him.
Nice. It's because Zero's a badass.
Zero is a badass. Alright, Storm Eagle.
But I like the fact that Mega Man X4...
Storm Eagle is probably the coolest Maverick in this game. Look at him. He's a badass. This guy's awesome.
And he's an eagle.
Yeah. Oh, and he's got freaking rock music at the airport. Anyway, continue.
And no airman.
No airman in this game.
Oh, man. Are they going to make another Mega Man X?
Probably not.
What was the last one? 8? Mega Man X8?
8. And I should probably mention, I've never fucking played 8. I've never even seen gameplay from it.
What the hell?
Oh, that was a heart tank. Secrets. So yeah, my view is Mega Man X is my favorite game of all time. So it's like comparing it to the other... Fuck! Okay, we're having a little bit of a processing lag. But
your favorite one is this one?
This is my favorite game ever, out of anything, any category.
I thought 4 was your favorite.
No. I think 4, personally, If I'm thinking objectively, I think 4 might be the best one.
I like 4.
Yeah. There's a lot of good things about 4, but then there are a lot of things that this game did better. But I like this one for nostalgic reasons, you see. This game is very nostalgic for me. It holds a large place in my heart. Mainly because this was the very first video game that ever got me emotionally involved.
Man, the first game that ever got me emotionally involved would, it wasn't any Super Nintendo game.
Was it Final Fantasy VII?
It may have been. Yeah.
Can you think of a game that got you emotionally involved before then?
No, none.
I guess we'll play it by ear. We can probably beat this game later today. But I'll go ahead and like walk you through everything that goes on in the game when it happens. But moving on. So this one's my favorite, and then Mega Man X4 is my second favorite. Then Mega Man X2, I guess, is my third favorite. Then Mega Man X3. Then 6. Then 5. And then Mega Man X7 is the worst one.
Wait, there was an RPG, Mega Man Maverick Hunter or something, and it was in the style of RPG.
There's fuck, what was it called? There's a bunch of Mega Man games that I never played.
You never played Mega Man Legends, have you?
No, I've seen... I know a bit about Mega Man Legends.
Well, it's a good thing I brought it.
Oh, you brought it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I played a little bit of it, and, different. It's, definitely different.
Yeah, a lot of people complained because it was different. It was, barely even a Mega Man game. With the exception of having rock and roll. That's intentional. That pun is intentional.
It does Aerosmith that comes out, like, syringes in his eyes.
It's got Guns N' Roses.
Mega Man!
But yeah, with the exception of having rock and roll, or Mega Man, I've heard Mega Man Legends has little to nothing in common with the Mega Man games, which people complained about, but didn't make it a bad game.
We'll find out.
Well, yeah, like I said, I haven't played it. I've only heard a lot about it. I've heard mostly stuff about it from people who loved it. I've never heard really anything critical about it, so I guess I need to hear the opinion of somebody who hates that game. For reasons other than it's not Mega Man enough.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, yeah, you know what's funny? I was almost considering, since there's a sprite of a dragon character in the Mega Man X games and a Pegasus, I was almost considering using that motif for like a logo for our X series, since we got the horse and dragon now.
Yeah.
The only problem is, well, the sprite for the Pegasus guy is stupid. He looks stupid. I don't like him. But the Dragoon, is a fucking badass. Remember, he can do a Hadouken? Alright, so now that we beat Storm Eagle, we're going to take a break. I'll see you guys next week.